The storm came out of nowhere, swallowing the road, the sky, and every sense of direction in a matter of minutes, and by the time the blizzard fully claimed the night, the female biker was already lost, her headlights swallowed by white fury, her breath freezing inside her helmet as fear crept into places she thought were unbreakable. Snow cut across her like shattered glass, the wind howled like something alive, and with every mile she rode blindly forward, hope thinned like blood in ice-cold water. She had always believed the road would save her, that movement meant freedom, but in that moment, standing on the edge between survival and surrender, the road offered nothing but silence. Before we continue, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and the power of strangers changing each other's lives, please like this video, share it with someone who needs hope, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Your support helps stories like this reach the hearts that need them most. Her name was Evelyn Carter, and writing was the only thing that had ever made sense after life took everything else away from her. She had been writing for hours, chasing distance rather than a destination, running from memories that clung heavier than the snow piling on her jacket. The storm warnings had been easy to ignore, just another voice telling her to stop, and stopping had never been her strength. When the engine finally sputtered and died beneath her, it felt like the world had made a decision for her. She tried to push the bike, boots sinking deep into drifts, muscles screaming, fingers numb beyond pain, until exhaustion dragged her to her knees. The blizzard erased her tracks almost instantly, as if she had never been there at all. Miles away, in a small farmhouse half buried by snow, Daniel Brooks was fighting a different kind of storm. He was a single father, worn down by responsibility and long nights, raising his young son Noah after loss had hollowed his life. The power flickered as he checked the windows, the weight of worry sitting heavy in his chest. He had learned to read storms the way others read books, and something about this one felt wrong, too sudden, too violent. When he stepped outside to secure the shed, the wind carried something unexpected to his ears, not the sound of trees cracking or metal groaning, but a faint, broken shape of desperation buried under the roar. Daniel followed that sound through waist-deep snow, every step a battle against the cold that clawed through his coat and into his bones. His flashlight beam caught flashes of something unnatural in the white, black metal half buried, a fallen machine like a wounded animal. Then he saw her. A figure slumped against the bike, hair stiff with ice, eyes unfocused but still fighting. In that moment, fear vanished, replaced by instinct, the same instinct that had kept his son alive through sleepless nights and empty mornings. He lifted her with effort born of urgency, wrapping her in his coat, turning his back to the storm as he carried her home, knowing every second mattered. Inside the farmhouse, warmth returned slowly, painfully. Evelyn drifted between consciousness and darkness, her body shaking uncontrollably as feeling crept back like fire under the skin. Daniel moved with quiet determination, tending to her the only way he knew, with care shaped by loss and patience learned the hard way. Noah watched from the doorway, eyes wide but calm, as if he understood that sometimes strangers arrived for a reason. When Evelyn finally opened her eyes fully, the storm outside raged on, but inside the house, something had shifted, something fragile and human had taken root. The days that followed were suspended in white silence. Roads closed, phones dead, the world reduced to that farmhouse and the people inside it. Evelyn learned about Daniel's life through observation rather than words, the way he moved with careful strength, the way his eyes softened around his son, the quiet grief that lingered in the corners of the house like a shadow. Daniel saw the same in her, a woman shaped by running, by pain she never allowed herself to unpack. They were two broken timelines intersecting in a moment neither had planned. As the storm eased, so did the walls between them. Evelyn helped where she could, finding purpose in small acts, cooking meals, fixing what she knew how to fix, letting herself be still for the first time in years. She realized she was not just healing from the cold, but from a life spent outrunning sorrow. Daniel, in turn, felt something unfamiliar stirring, not romance at first, but trust, the quiet understanding that he did not have to carry everything alone. Noah grew attached to her presence, laughter returning to the house like sunlight after endless winter. When the roads finally reopened, the world rushed back in, but neither of them was the same. Evelyn stood beside her bike, now repaired, helmet in hand, staring at the open road she once believed was her only future. Leaving felt harder than freezing had. Daniel watched her with an ache he didn't name, knowing that some people are meant to pass through like storms, altering landscapes before moving on. But this time, the ending did not come the way either expected. Evelyn realized that survival was not just about moving forward, but about choosing where to stop. She had been found when she was most lost, not just in a blizzard, but in life itself. The road would always be there, but so would this place, this family shaped by resilience and quiet love. She chose to stay, not forever at first, but long enough to see what growing roots might feel like. Seasons changed, snow melted into memory, and the farmhouse filled with warmth that had nothing to do with fire. Evelyn became part of their rhythm, her strength blending with Daniel's steadiness, her laughter weaving into Noah's childhood. They did not erase each other's pasts, but they honored them, building something new on top of what had once been broken. If this story is touching your heart right now, please pause for a moment and leave a comment, letting us know what part moved you the most. Years later, when winter returned, gentler but still fierce, Evelyn would sometimes stand at the window, watching snow fall, remembering the night that nearly ended her life and instead gave her one. She understood then that storms do not only take, they reveal, and sometimes they guide us to the very place we are meant to be. If this story made you feel something, if it reminded you that kindness can change destinies and that being found can be more powerful than running, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Your engagement keeps these stories alive, and your support means more than you know.